Hey guys, welcome to Nerd Talk with Z's, number 22. Let me see here. I forgot my script.
I forgot the script. So I'll start off. It's up to me.
Yeah,
Tom Cruise, the Tom Cruise of Mission Impossible, is confirmed that a spin-off of one of his most
off the wall roles.
off the wall, you didn't even expect that to be him. Some of us didn't even know it was him until the credits rolled. Where Les Grossman of Tropic Thunder is going to be getting his own spin-off. So far, no script or studio greenlighting anything yet, but it's Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise is one of the guys that just if he says it, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Okay?
It's the dude didn't like how they were treating Mission Impossible 2, and from then on was all like, I own this now.
Pretty much, yeah. And you know what's funny? Speaking about how he's pretty much Mission Impossible now. He said that he wants Glenn Powell to take over for him. It was like an off the cuff remark in one of his interviews, but Glenn Powell actually came out and said no. He sees all the stuff that Tom Cruise does.
He can't live up to it.
He straight up said he can't do that. He's like,
we would need CG.
Yes. so now we don't know what's going on in Mission Impossible because he rode off into the sunset pretty much, right?
Well, this is supposed to be the last one.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
I thought you said you went to go see that one instead.
No, I didn't. I haven't seen any movie yet so far, sadly. It's been a long time since I've gone to the movies. By long time, I mean maybe
3 weeks.
3 weeks or so, because we go to the movies a lot. But that's a long time. For us.
It is quite a bit.
But yes, yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited for that. Tropic Thunder was amazing.
Yeah,
he was great as Grossman.
Yeah, so Tom Cruise can do comedy. It's just he doesn't do it often. He's mainly viewed as drama or action, or mainly action oriented type of actor these days. But it's Tropic Thunder just proved that he's pretty damn good in a comedy movie.
Versatile.
Yes, he is.
He is versatile, bro.
So
and now begs the question: would you choose me or a G5 and lots of money?
Hang on, I'm thinking.
See, I feel like even though he showed up for him at the end, just because of the fact that during the credits you see he's on a plane, I think he chose the money in the G5. And he
Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah.
He totally did.
He just bought Ben Stiller's character, the TiVo.
Yeah, I think he did.
He just showed up.
You can totally just, if you got the money and if you got the G5, you can make things happen anyway.
I can make things happen. So I think that's what happened. I think that is what happened.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened too. But yeah. All right. So yeah, like you said, there's no script, no studio has greenlit anything, but Tom Cruise said it's going to happen, so it's probably going to happen at some point.
He's like Mr. Hollywood.
So moving on to the world of Marvel, Spider-Man: Brand New Day has a bunch of rumors going around right now. So let's talk about them, okay? First rumor that we saw this week, Nicole Kidman is supposedly being courted to play a Japanese culture-inspired villain. Don't know what that means, but cultural appropriation kind of dictates that should not be the case. But this may be a confusion of what a previous casting call was, as they are looking for a side character with Japanese culture motifs, which it screamed Wraith, pretty much like the character Wraith. Yuri Watanabe, I think was the character in the comics. So that might be getting confused with what's going on with Nicole Kidman being courted as a possible addition to the cast.
I was hearing Silver Sable.
I could see Silver Sable as her, but it's gonna sound bad because I would have for Silver Sable, I want someone around Yelena's age because they're all pretty much the same type of character. Like she could have been a recent rescue from the Red Room or something. But what's her country called? Simkovia or something like that. It's fictional, but she's a Nazi hunter, which these days, if she's that young, she's not a Nazi hunter. She's she's hunting the Red Room operatives, pretty much. So it would make sense.
Well, maybe since this is since the pushing back of everything, or well, at least the pushing back of the Avengers movies, Spider-Man was supposed to come out after Doomsday.
Yes.
So maybe there is some multiversal overlap where, since that was like their Sony was wanting more multiverse stuff, maybe there was like a little compromise where they were like, okay, where Disney was like, we want a more grounded street level thing, but to give you your multiverse stuff after Doomsday, some stuff's gonna happen. Silver Sable comes in. She's older, so in a different universe, but now she's here.
Okay, I can see that. She could be playing the original comic version and, doing stuff like that. Oh, I can see that. But there's also rumors about John Bernthal coming in as the Punisher and him being the antagonist. So, that one right there it would scream more the Easter egg than anything because, that's how he started out at ASM number 129 as a villain. Or not a straight up villain, but he was deceived by the Jack. So I could see that.
I remember that cartoon. I remember the episode. Yeah. It was a fantastic episode.
They did the best they could on Fox Kids with the Punisher. I mean, and Blade, and they did like Blade was a vampire in the show, but yet we couldn't have Morbius over there because he was too scary. The hand suckers were more scary.
There was only room for one vampire in the budget.
I guess. No, it wasn't about the budget. They straight up said that he was too scary, not family friendly. But you have Punisher and the Blade there, and the Blade.
they compromised. They were all like, okay, would we rather? They put all their efforts into convincing it for Blade because they were all like, if we make Blade not vampire-esque, people are gonna be really upset. But Morbius, on the other hand, it's like,
the funny
they could only get one. They could only get one.
The funny thing is, Blade wasn't half vampire until the animated series. That's a weird thing. But yeah, so and then the final rumor was Mark Ruffalo coming back as the antagonist as the Hulk. So he's gonna be like a nefarious type of Hulk or something, or at least like somebody's controlling him. I don't know. That rumor is kind of weird. In that, at this point in time, the Hulk is well under control, as Professor Hulk. So it's a little weird.
Yeah, could be a different Hulk.
But yeah, like I said, these are all rumors. I think the most accurate one might be the Nicole Kidman being cast. Maybe not in the circumstances that the rumor suggests, but that one sounds more likely. And that one was shared by a pretty well-regarded leak.
And we don't even get to look forward to Comic-Con maybe answering some of these questions.
I know.
Marvel pulled out of
Hall H.
This is like a recurring thing for them. It's like, pull out, we go. We pull out, we go. We pull out, we go.
I'm sorry, the Stewie movie from the Family Guy Stewie movie just started playing in my head. I'm the ruler of the sea, the captain of the Queen's Navy. No.
Why?
I can't say it. It's not family friendly.
Okay, but still, because that's kind of seemed like the trend that they've been doing. They don't go one year, next year they go, and now they're not going again.
I mean, they don't really have a whole lot going on right now.
Still, it's make some stuff up, have a show, do something.
Well, they're already leaking all of the information. We'll get to the show stuff in a little bit, but for now.
Well, I was being put on a show.
Oh, put on a show. Okay.
Maybe have a contest or something.
I mean,
you don't have to have it be about showcasing your next movie or show. Just do something.
All of what they would normally announce at Hall H has been kind of spoiled already through YouTube and their own leaks.
I know, but
they can't keep a lid on these leaks.
My main thing is kind of coming from how I know a lot of people do complain about how San Diego Comic-Con has become kind of like a kind of stepped away from the comic booky side and gone more Hollywood.
Yeah.
So at this point, it's okay, if you don't have anything. What I was kind of suggesting is if you don't have anything to show movie-wise or whatever, still go, but kind of make it hey, Marvel trivia, whatever, or something, and just
make a game show of it.
Yeah, make
like bring in Chris Evans to do to be the announcer, the MC or something.
Yeah, do something to kind of not make it so Hollywood or whatever, but get some interaction.
I get you. I get where you're going. But I don't know, man. I'm just glad DC is still going. DC still has, I'm just glad DC is still going.
Superman, baby. Oh wait, no, Superman.
Superman will
have been out for
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Week or two. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 28th or the weekend of the 28th or something.
Yeah, something like
that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We see Jackie Chan on the red carpet. He was interviewed, and he revealed that him and Chris Tucker have already been talking about Rush Hour 4. And they're waiting, man. They were just waiting on the writers. Jackie Chan is basically saying, like, we're just waiting on the script. We're all ready.
I mean, they had that picture, like, maybe a year or two ago, where it's both of them together doing the...
Oh, yeah. Well, they're like super good friends in real life. So whenever they find themselves in the same area, they're like, oh, dude, it's you, kind of thing.
Chris Tucker took his kid to China one time when he was learning Chinese.
Really?
Solely because his kid was learning Chinese, and he was like, I know Jackie Chan, let's go.
That's a pretty... you want to learn Chinese? I'm gonna bring you to the master, okay?
Yeah, that's where you get.
Oh, he's a really good language teacher. Oh no, you're gonna learn how to fight.
And that's where you get the story of Chris Tucker. I forgot what late night show he was on, but he was like, yeah, so we went. And he goes, and Jackie owns everything over there. Jackie's all like, hey, how was the flight? You like your hotel? You like the hotel? He's like, yes, I like it. Good, it's my hotel.
What? That's funny. I have not seen that interview. You gotta send me
it's
a
like
link
a quick
sometime.
little interview, but like, yeah, he's like, Jackie owns everything down there, and it's like, wow.
That's cool. Not only is he like him and Chris Tucker just waiting for a script for Rush Hour 4, he also put out in the ether that he's waiting on a script for Shanghai Dawn. You know, Shanghai Noon, Shanghai Nights. He is ready for Shanghai Dawn with Owen Wilson, and he's like, scripts, man, give me some scripts. And you know, Jackie Chan is the Chinese version of Tom Cruise. If he wants it to happen, he's gonna make it happen. Apparently, he owns everything.
Everything in China.
All right, so you know, I that's pretty cool.
Especially because I want to see Owen Wilson in more stuff.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, he does a lot of the family stuff these days, which is kind of weird. But anyway,
was it weird?
You didn't hear the thing about his daughter? Like, he's got a daughter, yeah, dude. He's got kids, but like there's one of them. Like there's one of them. Like he has like. He straight up says, I want nothing to do with that. Yeah, it's pretty messed up. Like, but I'm reading about it online, and I'm like, there's no way. Owen Wilson doesn't seem like that type of dude, but apparently, yeah. Because like they talk I think the daughter is like 13 or 14 now. Yeah, she's not nice. She's not nice to about Owen Wilson. But yeah, that's but yeah, take that with a grain of salt because I have no idea how truthful that is. But moving on. In the last bit of movie news, this one came out of left field. It's not really... It's weird. It's Keanu Reeves related, and you know we always report on Keanu Reeves stuff. But Keanu Reeves teams up with Aziz Ansari and Seth Rogen to bring you Good Fortune, a movie called Good Fortune, where Keanu Reeves plays kind of like a low-rent version of a guardian angel named Gabriel, who asks to be reassigned from his normal kind of drudgery job of guardian angeling and to have a little bit more responsibility, to be a person's guardian angel rather than, you know, just like basically a paper push kind of thing. And they assign him to Aziz Ansari, who is a delivery trucker that needs pee bottles. And it's really weird. It looks like, you know, straight up Aziz Ansari comedy, rated R type of comedy type of stuff. Seth Rogen is in it, is at least in the commercials, and it looks funny, and it looks like one of those things where it looks like one of those type of movies where you try to find value in whatever you're doing. And sometimes you don't find that value, so you try to like move up. You get a different position, you get a new job, something like that. That right there, coupled with Keanu Reeves' kind of deadpan comedy almost with Aziz Ansari, just rolls into a really good, at least, you know, hopefully really good movie, because the commercial looks amazing. You saw it, right?
I forgot about Aziz, honestly. I forgot about him.
So okay, like I like Parks and Rec. I do not like Aziz Ansari on Parks and Rec. And I'm sorry. Like I find Tom's character to be annoying. Like the only reason I watch it is because of Andy, April, Ron, and occasionally Ben, and then you know Chris Traeger, Rob Lowe. Yeah, because Rob Lowe's fantastic in everything he does. Even that Stir of Echo sequel.
I don't know what that is.
So there was a movie called Stir of Echoes, and then there was a sequel with Rob Lowe that went straight to video. Yeah, and the sequel was pretty good.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to be mean to Aziz, but I've never really been a fan of his.
Yeah, he kind of plays the same type of role in most of his stuff. I haven't seen Master of Love. I know that one's kind of dated, but I haven't seen that one just because he's not a selling point for me. But you got a movie with Keanu Reeves and Seth Rogen, you're gonna want to see it. You know what I mean?
Keanu.
Yep. So definitely worth checking out the trailer. It's out right now.
There's a lot of trailers that
there's some really cool stuff out.
I got to see a little bit of the Happy Gilmore one.
I haven't seen that one yet. I didn't know it was out.
That's pretty good. Yeah, it came out it came out last night, but I watched it a little bit.
And you didn't put it in the group chat.
I watched it on the way here. That's when I found out about it. I was
betrayed,
doing things that I was. No, I'm not even going to say that because that could incriminate me for when I was using my phone. I'll just say I was at a red light.
In the passenger seat.
But yeah, it seems pretty good. Like I mostly listened to it because have to be safe.
Right.
Mostly listened, but it seems pretty good. It's from the get of it, he was retired and he's getting back into the golfing game because it's time to send his daughter to college.
Oh, snap.
And it's expensive.
Oh.
So
this is kind of okay. Yeah, that's a pretty good little premise right there. Shoot him, Gavin. Is Shoot him, Gavin the bad guy again, or is he just along the way?
I heard him in it, but all it is the only scene they showed with him in it in the trailer is just him at a cemetery, and he's complaining to him about how he stole his life. And then they are evidently going to fight, but it looks like Eminem might be in it too.
Well, yeah, he's in it.
We even did that.
He supposedly had a cameo, but I think they extended his scenes, so now it's like a guest star role or something.
We talked about that a while back. Yeah. Well, yeah, there was that one. We'll get to the other trailer that released, the TV show trailer that released. So, but yeah. I think that's about it for the movie side. About it for the movie side,
yeah. All right. So, Happy Gilmore comes out in July, right?
Yeah, July 24th, I think.
Okay, that sounds all right. I know for sure it's July. I know like middle, late half.
Straight to Netflix.
July. Yeah, straight to Netflix. Oh, you know what? Now that you said Netflix, I just saw the Frankenstein trailer, the one with Oscar Isaac.
Wow.
Yeah, I did not know that was a Netflix thing.
I thought it was going to be straight.
I thought it was straight up in theaters.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be theaters.
Yeah, because it looked like theater-worthy type stuff. But apparently in here, apparently in this one, he creates, the monster, the creature, whatever you want to call it. And he is relaying the story to, I'm guessing...
authorities?
I don't think it's the authorities. I think it's from what it looks like, he's at some sort of conference, and back in the day, you had all these doctors, professors, and everything sitting around in a room, and they were listening to somebody talk about the research and everything. It looks like that's what he's doing, and he's relaying the story of this, like what he did, and he's relaying it to all of these experts in various fields, and it looks like he's just telling them the story of what happened.
He's all like, I messed up.
Yeah, and no, that's really what happened. That's really how he's talking. And Oscar Isaac's Frankenstein is talking about the creature and all that stuff, and it's showing little bits here and there of how he made the devices, how he brought it to life, and how dangerous the creature is, and how he thinks that he did not create life; he created death. Kind of thing. So I don't know exactly how that one's going to turn out, but it looks really interesting. I thought it was straight up going to be a theatrical release,
on the big screen.
Yeah,
Oscar Isaac, man.
Yeah, but yeah, it looks good though. It looks really interesting. I think it said November it's going to come out. November or December. But yeah, I only saw the trailer once earlier today, but. Yeah, that about does it for our movie news. Moving on to the world of TV and streaming and everything in between. The Harry Potter reboot finds its golden trio in Dominic McLaughlin, Arabella Stanton, and Alistair Stout as Harry, Hermione, and Ron, respectively.
Alistair!
I'm not going to lie, man. I'm not gonna lie. The kid that they got to play Harry,
He's got a devious smile.
He's in the picture that they showed. He's smiling with his the lower half of his face, but his eyes are like dead and
like
kind of creepy. And I don't like speaking ill of children.
I know,
but it is super creepy, dude.
I feel like these kids are gonna do good. Like, to me, they got the look. They kind of have the look.
Yeah.
Like,
well, they showed what's her name? Arabella's
audition tape.
Yeah, they showed Hermione's audition tape, and straight up, I saw a mini version of Emma Watson there. Okay.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are going to say, "Well, she's black." No, screw you, man. She did great in that
She got
audition.
the poofy hair.
Yeah.
And like, again, this is not dogging on it, but like, from the smile that you see, she got Hermione teeth.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, like, I'm not trying to dog on her. I'm not trying to dog on the kid, but like, Hermione is kind of described as having a little bit of like kind of big teeth for her age, and yeah. Like, the look is there.
I didn't even notice that until you said it. But the way she delivered the lines, the way she moved while in the audition, that was little Hermione.
She beat out 33,000 people.
Yeah, she obviously she's gonna be good at it.
I just wish they got her saying Leviosa.
That one right there. That sold it. That would have sold it.
That would have given everybody like, hey, I got this.
I want them to release the audition tapes for all of them.
I
would enjoy watching some of those. Cause
maybe not Ron. Just show a picture. Just for the Ron actor. Just like release a video of him being all like, "Do I have to?"
Kinda. Yeah, that would work too. That would work too. Just nonchalantly, just. I guess I'm supposed to read this.
Yeah, it's like, I guess I'm supposed to read this.
But everybody looks all right. But it's just like. That Dominic McLaughlin, he had like his eyes, man. They kind of creep me out.
Like, I'm not
dogging on him, but it's like,
yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm not one of those people. Yeah. We're not one of those people that are complaining about the look of the kids or whatever. Like, hey, they're kids. They definitely. I believe in them. It's just, that's my one gripe. Is like, the photo they chose to release of this did not do Harry justice, in my opinion.
Yeah,
like his smile.
Maybe they went too long on the photo shoot or something.
Maybe
he didn't get a good night's sleep. Let's brainstorm some ideas where it wasn't like straight up him just like having the eyes of a sociopath. Because yeah.
But my boy Ron, though. My boy Ron be looking...
Yeah, that looks like little Ron.
He's there like, what's up? How you doing?
But yeah, so I'm still kind of weary about the whole casting of that Papa Yasuda.
About Snape.
Not because I have problems with a black guy playing Snape, but because of how it changes James and his bullying of him.
He does stuff that gets him hanging from a tree.
Yeah.
That's like the big thing that I've been seeing on all the videos people do. They're all like, look, I don't care if like he's a good actor. All right, he can play him. It does stink that his like description is kind of being thrown out the gate with his like paleness, greasiness, and all that. But every video I've seen is them being all like, but there is a time when you get to the flashbacks,
and you really don't want that connotation involved with one of the protagonist's family members,
the guy you're supposed to be feeling like.
There's this Apple TV series, I can't remember, I think it's called The Studio, where Seth Rogen and a bunch of the others, they are writers on a show kind of like SNL, and it's kind of like an updated version of Sunset Strip with that Matthew Perry. But in one of them, they're putting out these cards like they do in the writer's room of SNL, and they accidentally put Ice Cube as the Kool-Aid Man. and Seth Rogen comes in and he's looking at the poster board and he's like, so, wait a minute. Oh my God. Did we do this? And they're like, yeah, why? Oh. And I think that's what happened. Like, did nobody think about the negative connotation that this is going to have later on in the series? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I've heard nothing but great things about how he is a fantastic actor. But like this could be handled very poorly in a later season.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
The memes, the outbreak by people that just can't put it aside and just accept it for entertainment.
James Potter is a racist.
Yeah.
They turned James Potter into a racist.
Especially because, like, he'd be... I don't want to give him...
I mean, yes, James Potter was a douche.
He was.
But he wasn't racist.
You're supposed to hear and we're supposed to believe that Lily turned him around.
Yes. But now, like she fell in love with a racist.
Do you think they're gonna go all in and make Sirius black?
Black?
Mm-hmm.
Just to make it so that way it wasn't just a bunch of white guys picking on a black guy. You know what? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe Lupin was Spanish or something. I don't know.
Lupin, bro. Lupin could be Spanish. Lupin could be a Spaniard.
He could be where the chupacabra myth comes from.
We're just leaning into it now.
We're just lean into it. Hey man, the writers did it first. The writers did it first.
I would accept it. I'd be okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be cool with this.
But yeah, that I don't think they thought ahead on this one.
There's definitely some wow, yeah. So
like they could have cast him as anybody, okay? Anybody. Cast him as Dumbledore. I don't mind. But like that just made a lot of things worse just by like the Marauders are racist.
Yeah. Well, I'm still all for it. Like so far, all the people they've chosen. Everybody that got cast, yes. I'm totally for. Yes. Now maybe not for who they got cast as, mainly just that was We're gonna have to wait to see how this plays out because I'm excited.
Damn,
because I love her. Like we love Harry Potter. And I'm excited no matter what. I'm good. Like when we get, hopefully, I'm gonna say hopefully we get to those seasons because stuff could happen. They could end up deciding the people that take things way too seriously could end up just being like, oh no, this show is like dumb. It's horrible. It's a horrible iteration for like no real reason at all. Don't even give it a shot. So they just cancel it. That and that's one thing I really hope. Leave the kids alone, okay? Like, if you don't I understand not everybody's going to be happy with the choice for the big three, even though we are, but just leave the kids alone, okay?
All of them look like they could play the part. They do. And then, they just released Stanton's audition tape, and she embodies pretty much all of Hermione. And like I said, I want them to release the rest of the audition tapes because I want to see how much that this kid becomes Ron, how much this kid becomes Harry, kind of thing. But yeah. All right, moving on to the world of Marvel again. Tania Miller joins Vision Quest as Jocasta. Jocasta is said to be another creation of Ultron in this one, which, like in the comics, but apparently she's going to be one of the antagonists alongside Ultron. Also, like in the comics, except later on, she does defect to the Avengers, kind of like how Vision did. Not only that, but James Darcy is coming back as Edwin Jarvis. Now, you might be wondering, but what about Paul Bettany? Wasn't he Jarvis? No, he's the Vision. He was the he was the AI for Jarvis. Yes. James Darcy played the man, Edwin Jarvis, in Agent Carter. He played him in...
The flashback for Endgame.
Yes, the when they went back in time to the base in Endgame, yeah. So yes, it's not... I mean, half that movie was flashback if you go by that logic, but yeah. So he's not new to the world of Marvel, but he is coming back. They haven't said in what capacity, whether or not these are flashbacks, maybe they're memories associated with Vision that were programmed in by Tony. They haven't said anything about how he's going to be back, or even like maybe there's going to be like some time travel shenanigans. You never know. So that about does it for that one. King of the Hill. King of the Hill, after 14 years, is returning to TV on Hulu.
With its 14th season. Is it 14 or 15?
I could be wrong. Is it 14 years?
It might be 15 years and its 14th season?
Yes.
Because I know it's really close.
Yeah, it's really close. But the King of the Hill revival premieres. The King of the Hill revival. Did I say Fivel? I think I said Fivel. Dude, that just unlocked a core memory right there. Anyway, King of the Hill, the revival, comes to Hulu on August 4th. Now, a little bit of tweaking here and there, but It's going to feature a 21-year-old Bobby who is living in Dallas alongside Connie, Joseph, and Chang. I'm imagining it's Chang Wasana-san. But right, were they even friends? I thought they
were
all
not.
They were right.
They were not.
Like,
I think they like kind of were okay with him just because of Con Jr. But I don't remember them being like great buddies.
So I haven't seen the cast list for Bobby or Joseph. Is Breckenmeyer coming back as Joseph? Have they said?
I haven't heard.
Because like with all this whole like recasting to meet standards or whatever, I don't know, man. Breckenmeyer, I like Breckenmeyer. I liked him as a teenage Joseph. Yeah, they're all living in together in Dallas while Bobby is a chef. Peggy and Hank have been in Saudi Arabia for some years
He was giving propane to the masses.
Exactly. So they were living in they were living in Saudi Arabia for years in order to save up their nest egg. And the revival takes place when they return to Arlen to reconnect with their old buddies, Dale, Bill Boomhauer, all the other guys. Now, y'all guys may have heard that the voice of Dale Gribble had passed away back in 2023. Johnny Hardwick was his name. He did record some some episodes. Like I think he recorded like the first 3 or 4 episodes of the revival, and rather than write the character off, they elected to recast the voice actor as hang on, I think it's Johnny Hardwick. No, not Johnny Hardwick. Toby Huss. Toby Huss is going to be the new voice of Dale Gribble, but he is not really new to the city of Arlen. He has been in there since pretty much the beginning. He was the voice of Khan. Yeah, Khan Supanusumfong. Yeah,
Supanusum.
So yes, so it's not like he's new to the cast. He's been around for a while. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it because King of the Hill was never my favorite like animated thing coming out, but it had its moments. Solid, it was a solid one, and then you knew people like
Texas,
Hank. But you knew people like Hank. It's like, if you weren't my son, I'd hug you. You knew people like that. You know what I mean?
You know people who would admire their lawn. Consider mowing it a privilege.
Yeah.
It was like so many times hearing him be like, Bobby, you're grounded. No mowing the lawn for a week. I was all like, oh, that's awesome. It's like, why? Yes, I'm for it because it's going to be great.
I think it'll be fun.
Get to hear Peggy again and how she thinks she speaks Spanish and many other things. Like,
well, no, they kind of stopped her with that when she accidentally abducted that child from Mexico.
I remember that episode.
Yeah, Hank is all like, put her on trial. Ask her, talk to her only in Spanish.
Yes, like it was good times. It was good stuff. It was one of the it was a classic. I knew what time it was. I knew it was 5:00 when I heard the King of the Hill.
Oh yeah, we always play at 5:00 during the afternoon. Yeah,
it's a classic one. I'm so excited. I wonder if they're gonna do anything about Whataburger being sold to.
That Chicago. I don't remember anything Whataburger in the original series. Do you?
Yeah, there was there was a lot of Whataburger, and it was the one that I remember a lot is the episode that Con Jr. gets gets her stuff.
I just watched that one.
Peggy when Hank's gonna take her back take Con back home. Peggy tells Bobby, all right, Bobby, come on. Let's go get Whataburger.
I totally missed that.
There's a lot of Whataburger in there.
I totally missed that.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they're going to say anything like that. And I just wonder
Did you know that Whataburger is apparently getting slushies now?
Yeah.
Like, this is totally off topic, but, if you're in Texas, you want to hear this.
I was here when they said that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you were here when okay. Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen with it.
I wonder how they're going to let Hank be in this show.
Yeah, because a lot of Hank's mannerisms and mentality is kind of like moded out or looked down on these days in modern audiences, I guess I should say. So I don't know. That's a good question. Like how they're going to navigate today's climate. But yeah, I'm excited. August 4th, King of the Hill comes
Yes.
back on Hulu. Moving on to, all right, so y'all guys, Bloodborne fans, I know you've been, super hyped about this anime news coming out, that it's supposed to come out this year. It's not. Okay, I'm sorry to dash your hopes. It's like I researched this extensively. It is not official. It is fan made. Now, I'm not gonna lie, man. Some fan made stuff is pretty peak. All right, it's amazing. But there is no official Bloodborne anime coming out this year. Okay, and I saw that, I shared to the group chat, and I said I had to look this up. I've been looking it up for the past 2 or 3 days. I can't find anything official on it. Okay, so Bloodborne is not getting an anime this year. It may be in the offing. There are rumors going around that it might be getting an official release, an official adaptation, but nothing concrete yet. Those are all rumors. So sorry, guys. So I'm sticking sort of with the world of anime. The One Piece live action revealed
Double
Tony Chopper's design, voice actress, and the fact that the voice actress is going to be providing the facial motion capture for it. Now, why would somebody do facial motion capture, you might ask? It's to help convey actual emotion while they're speaking. So not only is she going to be providing the voice in a setting like that, but her face is also going to be mapped while she's taking part in the scene. So yes, the voice actress is named Michaela Hoover, and I gotta say, man, she does a pretty good job. Yeah.
I mean, I can't really say too much because I've only watched a few One Piece. I didn't even make it to Hopper coming in there, just because I'm sorry, Chopper, my bad. Yeah. But yeah, but she sounds good. She sounded good. Adorable as heck in my mind.
The design is adorable. Yeah.
Adorable.
Somebody call a doctor. Oh wait, I am a doctor.
And I'm especially with the actress, I found out about the actress being casted from a post that James Gunn did. Because evidently she's going to be in who's the Supergirl? Yeah, she's going to be in Peacemaker. But I just remember, is it Cat Grant?
Cat Grant?
No. There was one lady that was in Supergirl, the Supergirl show a lot, that owned the newspaper or something like that.
Yeah, that's Cat Grant.
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty okay. Dang it, I can't remember. I think
the boss, right?
Grant.
Yeah,
I think it was Cat Grant.
For the first season, right?
Yeah. If I can't remember,
it was Cat Grant.
If I don't remember correctly who she's going to be in DC, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's how I found out, is because
she's Cat Grant.
Well, I think she's going to be on whatever James Gunn universe, because James Gunn was all he posted a screenshot of the thing of her saying hey, I'm so proud she's going from DC to this, and I'm all oh, okay. That's how I found out from James Gunn. So.
That's pretty cool. But I'm pretty sure she's the one taking the selfie when the building's about to go down. Yeah. If it's Cat Grant, yeah. But yeah, so One Piece is going to come. The One Piece live action season 2 is expected to release early 2026. We'll let you know whenever we get a concrete date. But yeah, next year. And also sticking with the world of anime, Tom and Jerry is getting an anime series. It's going to be called Tom and Jerry Gokun. I think it's pronounced. But anyway, it's going to be a bunch of 1 minute videos, little scenes here and there, and it's going to run for 50 episodes on YouTube, on Warner Brothers Kids YouTube. So it's expected to start airing, I think, later this year. And I've seen some of the animation, some of the little scenes, and it's straight up just a more cutesy version of the cartoons that we grew up loving. All right, because I'm gonna be honest, the latest American version of Tom and Jerry sucked, and I love Tom and Jerry. Okay,
even though I like when animals can talk, even when it's animated,
they don't even talk.
Well, I was just saying, I kind of tuned out of Tom and Jerry once they started making them talk a lot more. I know we got the few episodes where Tom sings his great song,
Oh yeah.
But it's just when they started having them,
you ain't my baby.
Yeah. When they started having them talk more, it kind of killed it.
I don't remember a whole lot of episodes where they're talking, aside from the random burning. Wait, something is burning around here. I don't really remember him talk like the movie they spoke.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Whoa, you can talk? Whoa, you can talk?"
I liked the movie.
The movie was good.
Yeah.
No, I loved the movie. Their first movie. All the other ones are kind of meh, but yeah, it's.
Were you talking about the live action one?
I haven't seen the live action.
I like the
that's
live
the
action.
one. That's the one with Hit Girl, right?
With Michael Pena, yeah, and Michael
Pena's in there. Oh.
He plays. He's basically like he plays the overly angry hotel manager. That's who he is. Because he's just trying to get them out because they have a huge wedding that's supposed to take place with like a royalty wedding that's supposed to take place, and he ends up finding Tom and Jerry and whatnot. So he's like just trying to get them out of there. And Hit Girl she works there. Yeah, she works in the hotel, and yeah, I forget who she's friends with. I think she befriends Tom. And then just kind of like runs into Jerry or whatever. But yeah, I like it. It was pretty good.
I gotta watch that one. I totally forgot about that movie. But yeah, so keep an eye out for the new version of Tom and Jerry, the Tom and Jerry anime, like a straight up anime.
It's great too because like the animation in there, they're still straight up like their cartoon animation style. And everyone else looks real. But I like it. Yeah,
I like those movies. So, moving on, the Penguin showrunner Lauren LaFranc reveals that there are more Batman spin-offs in the offing. A lot of them moving to early production.
Yes.
A lot of them moving to early script writing production. So, no word yet on who, but there are rumors suggesting that Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman might be one of them.
Yeah,
I would. Like, I still need to watch The Penguin. I hear nothing but good things.
Tremendous,
plus, Kristen Milioti is in it, and I love her as an actress. I like there's like she has been doing a lot of great stuff these days, and I just haven't been keeping up with it.
It's tremendous, bro. It's tremendous.
Yeah, I will take your word on that.
They just need to hurry up, though. Come on. Even Robert Pattinson himself was all like, "I started out as young Batman. By the time the second one comes out,
he's gonna be Batfleck." Anyway. Now that you said that, the script is done. There's rumors suggesting that the Batman 2 script is done and is being looked over by Safran and Gunn right now to see how they can start production. And production is expected to start in the first quarter of next year. So yeah, like set stuff. Like yes. So that one. I'm not really that excited, but I'm like at least we're getting some news from it. You know what I mean?
I'm excited because I like it.
It was an okay movie. It was an okay movie.
It was a great start. I think it was a good start to the world. I was intrigued, and it started to branch off other things like the Penguin, tremendous. So I want more. I needs more.
I want Gotham Central. That's what I want. The comic series Gotham Central. I want to say it was Greg Rucka who wrote it. I think it was like 42 issues.
Yes.
But it didn't follow Batman right there. It followed the cops on the ground who were there on the scene first, who are there dealing with all of this stuff firsthand before, Batman gets there, or finishing up all the small fry while Batman goes off to fight Mr. Freeze.
I feel you.
Kind of thing.
I feel you.
And I want to see that. That's what Gotham was originally supposed to be, and it never happened.
Yeah.
It was crap.
Too many people complained, so they just kind of like. Too many people complained about Gotham, but I did like the start of Gotham was really nice.
The start was fine. It had a promising start, but then they started doing Batman stuff.
They added too many of Batman's people in, and they're just like, okay, where's Batman? Like, come on.
You can only play just a tip for so long. Yeah,
But I feel exactly because like I still would love like a movie idea where even for advertising and all that, you don't get any hint that it's going to be a superhero movie or a DC movie. They advertise it as sort of like a horror movie where these people just like get trapped in like a building or something, and they're just like, oh my gosh, it's out there, or whatever, and you don't find out until you go to the movie, you see it, and just for like maybe a quick 5 minutes at the ending, you find out the thing that's been hunting them, Batman.
So like they're all criminals, but we don't know they're criminals.
But you could advertise it as kind of like almost like a Den of Thieves type thing, where you can kind of advertise it as like, okay, we're following people that are going to do a heist or something, and then like even in the trailers you could show like, oh shoot, they get in the building, lights go out or something, and stuff starts happening, and they're like, almost like could be kind of like that mixed with like that quarantine movie where it was like a handheld movie. It was like a found footage one, but they got caught in a building or whatever. And
okay. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like I wouldn't want it to be found footage, but like still, you could end up going to that while they're in the building or whatever. And at the very end, close to the very end, it's down to like one last bad guy, or that you find out is really the bad guy, and the thing that's been hunting them, this monster that they've been freaking out on all this time, Batman.
That would be pretty crazy. Yeah.
And that could be like, oh yeah, from the world of DC.
You would like it would be kind of like how at the end of Thunderbolts, it's not Thunderbolts, it's the new Avengers.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be like boom, like Batman's Night Out or whatever.
Batman's Night Out. That's a terrible title.
It's like, and then like all throughout the thing too, you know, they could sprinkle in things of all like, like the little lines of all like, I swear it's out there. Like I keep hearing stories, man. Like this happened to so and so or so and so, and they're like, so and so's never like he's so unreliable. He's always making stuff up and just stuff like that.
I can see it. I can see that.
Kind of like I was like, okay. In the meantime, we can backpedal, show like the origin, like a little bit of origin of Batman, like when everyone's still thinking like, oh, he's just a myth or whatever. And I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. Let me see. Moving on to Stranger Things. So, the whole Stranger Things release date and film production, all that stuff, super weird and convoluted. But the last season is coming out this year, and it is 8 episodes, but it's being split into 3 parts.
Yeah.
I've heard that each episode is like an hour and a half long.
If it is,
that's a
then
rumor
I will
so far.
take my stuff away. Then I will take my gripes away. But if it is not, if each episode is not at least like 50 minutes, I will still complain just because like, I know this kind of may come down to the fact to me being like, I remember when like just about every TV show was like at least 20 episodes. Like the other day, I remember when we were putting on Futurama, we got surprised when we were like, dang, the first season was only 9 episodes? Like, that was surprising back then. Now I get it. TV shows are kind of like, 8 to 10 episodes. I still don't like it, especially when they do like, here's part 1, part 2. It's like, it's not long enough. In my mind, it's like, it's not long enough to do that. Unless you make the episodes long, it's not long enough to do that.
That's why all of the seasons of Sherlock were okay to me, because each of them was basically a mini movie.
Yeah.
So it was just like each season was part 1, 2, and 3 of a movie series. You know what I mean? So like this one, if that's how they're gonna play it, it needs to be at least an hour, at least an hour to maybe an hour and 20 minutes, something like that.
It's kind of why, and I'm kind of like tying this into to the upcoming Harry Potter show. It's kind of why now I don't buy in too much to the people being like, to the people that say like, if something's going to get adapted like a book or a video game, it should be a TV show, because nowadays I'm like, they don't always make the TV show as long as a TV show should be.
That's true.
So it could still get X'd out. Like I'm hoping, especially with, I feel kind of better about Harry Potter.
If this 10 episode Harry Potter, if this 10 episode Harry Potter series is half an hour each, I'm gonna be pissed.
I will be upset just because it's like, sure, it used to be like, yes, TV shows give you you better. It was like the TV show used to give like a TV show you knew like, okay, I'm gonna get more content because it's longer. Even if they were only like 30-minute episodes, you still got 20 of them. So it was like, you got more content, you got more time. But now it's like, you're giving us a TV show that may end up being like an hour at most over a movie. It's like, nervous about it.
Super nervous about it.
So yes.
But yeah.
Stranger Things, if they are in fact like the hour and a half long.
So that's the rumored part, but it is being released in 3 parts. The first part is coming out November 26th. Hey. And the second part, Christmas Day.
November 26th?
My birthday.
I know.
Christmas Day, or
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve. I don't know why I said Christmas Day. It was supposed to be Christmas Eve. Is supposed to be the release date of part 2, and New Year's Eve is the release date of part 3. So not too long in between, but at the same time, if they're not over an hour long, what's the point?
Yeah, and I believe they said part 1 is the first 4, and part 2 is the next 3, and then part 3 is the last one. Episode release wise, what they're doing.
That makes a little bit of sense, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I'm still not. I don't like it when they release them in parts.
Like I don't like it. Like
like Wednesday. It's only 8 hours, and they're releasing them. They're releasing part one in what is it, August, and then part 2 in September. I think it's stupid.
It's like
That's just me.
I don't think it warrants the mid, or in this case, triple season, like finale or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, I don't think it does. I'm sorry.
All right, and moving on to our random news. This is a bunch of random stuff that we find throughout the internet that we think we'll like. Black Panther, the open world game, has been canceled. Now, if you are anything like me, you're thinking there was a Black Panther open world game. Yes, apparently there was. For about 3 years it was in development. And I actually found more information on it. You were supposed to be able to play as either T'Challa, Killmonger, or Shuri, and you were supposed to complete quests and level up your character in order to become the next Black Panther. So it wasn't going to be like a straight up Black Panther game. It was like the path to the Black Panther, I guess. So honestly, I've seen nothing about this in the last 3 years. At first I thought they were talking about the Captain America Black Panther World War II game. So, but yeah, it wasn't the same thing.
This one has been weird, because when I first saw about it, again, it was like kind of like you were saying. This was years ago that I saw it, like 3 years ago. I saw gameplay for it, and they were saying like, oh, it was one of those where they were like, yes, so and so is developing a Black Panther game, but it was just one of those things that I was all like, oh, it's probably just another hearsay thing, and then. About a year later, I hear, no, yeah, it's happening or whatever, like off and on stuff. So this one was always very off and on. And the other part that kind of is like, dang, that's sad, is EA not only canceled the game. Yeah. It was EA? Okay. They not only canceled the game, but they shut down the new branch that they made. The new company.
Oh yeah, I heard about it. They laid off their new branch.
They shut that down.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, dang. That's sad. But EA, it's EA.
It's EA. So moving on, the LA Dodgers are holding a One Piece tie-in event on July 3rd with a giveaway for the first 40,000 ticket holders. Well, ticket attendees, I should say, where they will receive a replica of Luffy's hat, the one from the live action, not from the anime.
With an LA on it.
Oh, it's gonna have the little Dodgers symbol. Oh, that's pretty cool. Nice. I didn't know about that part, but but yeah, July 3rd, go and see the Dodgers.
We're gonna make a trip to LA.
God no.
That's not one of the reasons I would go to California. San Diego, I would go for. I would Comic-Con.
I would go for San Diego Comic-Con. I might go to Anaheim Comic-Con.
Anaheim.
The rest of them, no. There's nothing else I could get.
Maybe San Francisco, so I could act out the save me. Stitch.
You can do that on the beach here in Skiing.
My sandcastle skills aren't that good. My building skills aren't that good. I'm sorry.
So you're gonna do that to somebody else's sandcastle? That's messed up.
No, I'm going to actual San Francisco. I want to destroy actual San Francisco. We get a huge Stitch costume and destroy San Francisco.
We need a kaiju-sized Stitch mech. I got you. All right. Save me. So apparently there is a new.
I know this is kind of again like off topic, but I swear I remember him making a Godzilla noise in there.
Yes.
Okay, all right, because like I know they like Disney tweaks the audio with it a lot, but yeah, like every single replay of video that I've been seeing for it, he doesn't make that noise, and I'm like, well, I wasn't just imagining that, right? That had to be one of the like things.
No, he did. Oh no. Okay, he did the little roar real quick, and then it had a small excerpt from the yeah.
Okay,
but after that, like it leveled out to his normal like.
So I still have it. I still have it on VHS. It's just I don't have a working VCR.
We need we need to find a VCR. Wow, we need to find a VCR, and we're gonna film that.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna film the online one, the Disney Plus, and we're just gonna be like What the hell, Disney?
I don't know. Why did they lose the? Did they lose the rights or something to be able to use that?
That might be what happened.
Probably to international copyright law.
It's not. The Japan is getting a new Gundam museum. It's opening on September 2nd, and one of the perks of attending this museum is that you get to design your own gunpla kit.
That's pretty cool.
That actually sounds really cool. So everybody's all kinds of excited. They want to make the trip to Japan. If you and Derek are able to go, design me something with a turtle.
Turtle.
I don't know why, but I want a turtle Gundam.
See, it'd be awesome to go and like design my own. I still would never build it though. I would hope that
you have it in the box. That's.
I would hope that there would be an option to come pre-built or whatever. Like even if they were all like, yes, you have this option, but we got to mail it, we got to ship it to you. I would still take that. Not because I wouldn't want to build it. Like I totally would want to build it.
Mm-hmm.
I know myself. I'd never get around to actually building it.
I'd just bite the bullet and pay Booch to build it. Because he does it. Like you give him some money, he'll put it together in like an hour.
I forgot about
Not even.
Like I do build certain things. Like there was one. I remember I had one Superman.
I built Legos.
Superman thing. Like I've built Legos, and then like I remember there was one. It was sort of Gundam-ish that I remember Uncle Tom and Aunt Nana bought me. It was like maybe this big of a Superman action figure that you put together sort of like a Gundam, but it wasn't as big as a Gundam, so I was like, okay, I could do this like fairly quick. But Gundams are just so big that I'm like,
I know, right? He sold that one.
Yeah.
Dang.
That I would never find the time to do it, so I would hope they have we'll build it for you, but we'll just have to ship it or something like that, because I understand it might take time.
Yeah,
so that's still pretty cool.
Like put it in one of those really big cases, like they were going to put Woody in.
Yes, amazing.
So moving on to some comic stuff. There is a new DC Marvel crossover in the offing, and Grant Morrison has been teasing it for the past like month, and everybody was all like, "Yeah, all right," and then they showed what it's going to be. It's going to be Deadpool meets Batman. I gotta say that I did not see that coming at all.
No one did.
Yeah,
they just
like
dropped the images. On, like Wednesday,
and it is official. It's DC. It's Batman meets Deadpool. It's going to be released in two parts. Part one in September is going to be done by the
Marvel.
team.
Published by Marvel.
Oh, that's what. Okay, that explains Zeb Wells.
Yeah.
So Zeb Wells is going to be on writing duty, and Greg Capullo is going to be on artist on the art. And
then part two.
I gotta say, man. Not excited about the writer. Greg Capullo, fantastic artist. I love his artwork, right? Zeb Wells is the guy that gave us Paul, okay? He gave us Paul. I don't think I need to say anything else about that.
Paul from where?
The Amazing Spider-Man. He is why, like straight up Zeb Wells writing is why a lot of people stopped getting Amazing Spider-Man. Paul is that the dude that's with MJ right now.
That guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm remembering.
Yes.
I blocked him out of my mind.
I'm sorry, but I had to bring him back. But yes, Zeb Wells' writing is very weird. I'm very worried about the first one because of his writing. I have is this basically going to be Hush 2? But not as long, because let's be honest, man, Hush 2 sucks. I said it in our comic review, and now I'm saying it now. Hush 2 sucks.
A lot of people are hating on it.
Yeah, there's no. Okay, I'm not going to get started. I will go off on another hour. We're going to have to make like part 2 to this video if I start on that one. But yes, part 2 of the crossover is going to be
published by DC.
Published by DC, exactly. But it's going to be from Grant Morrison and Dan Mora.
Yes.
Now, Dan Mora. An amazing artist, Grant Morrison, obviously. What?
Dan Mora, great artist. I want more of that art.
That was terrible.
No, it was not.
That was bad.
He would love it.
But anyway,
when's his next signing? I will go and play him this and be like, "Now, did you like it or not?" He's like, "Yes." Then I will do my vindication.
Okay, but Grant Morrison, obviously he's like the seminal Batman and Flash. He's done it all, right? So I got no problem with Grant Morrison and Dan Mora coming in for part 2. The first part though, that's the one I got my reservations on. But yes,
it's cool too how it's like they showed the well, I don't know if they're going to be the covers, but they showed the like art for it, and it's like it's cool how it's like, okay, Deadpool for the Marvel one, obviously his name's up top, then it's Batman, and then for the DC one, Batman's up top, and he's gonna be wearing his new like suit that they showed off too, so that's nice.
Batman?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
gray and blue suit.
The gray and blue suit is supposed to come out in I want to say August.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and Dan Moore is the one that designed it.
Nice.
So that would make sense that Dan Moore would put that up there. So the second part is releasing in November. So. I'm already getting requests for this already, so it's pretty cool. Let me see. Moving on, Cyberpunk 2077 is getting a sequel, and it is already in pre-production. No word yet on any release date, production windows.
Another 10 years,
probably. But it is working from It is working under the tag Orion. So if you see anything from Project Red or anything like that, it's from Orion. They're talking about Cyberpunk 2077 sequel. Let me see. And Pokemon Legends ZA is releasing October 16th, 2025 with a Switch and a Switch 2 release. So this one is supposedly going to be the final Pokemon game that's going to be on the original Switch, which I guess I'm not getting any more Pokemon games because there is no way I'm getting a Switch 2. I don't trust them. I don't trust Nintendo to not do anything nefarious.
Especially now that they're updating the terms of service to basically be able to do the same thing to the original Switch.
What?
Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
No.
Yeah, Uncle Tom sent the agreement to Serenity so she could read it too. But yes, evidently now Nintendo is updating the terms of service to include being able to brick your original Nintendo Switch if they find out you are doing pirated games or anything weird.
Really? Oh my god! I'm not doing pirated games or anything.
Yeah,
I'm not doing pirated games. I'm not modifying my hardware. I'm fixing my hardware because Nintendo screwed up the design of the damn Joy-Cons where they start to get stick drift. But yeah, that's stupid.
I haven't read it. I just know that Uncle Tom saw it, sent it to Serenity, and yeah, it.
I guess I'm not using my Switch anymore.
Sadly, opens up the possibility of like, okay, what if they just stop deciding that we're not going to make anything for the OG Switch? We're going to brick your Switch and just you either buy the new one or you're out of luck.
That sucks. I got to look more into this one. I got to look more closely at it because I didn't hear that until you just told me.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's kind of ending on a sucky note. Let's all right. So hang on. I'm gonna do a quick review of the live action Lilo and Stitch movie.
Okay.
You mind?
Okay.
All right. It's a quick review of the live action Lilo and Stitch movie.
Be ending on a sad note for me.
You haven't even seen it yet. You don't know.
I will watch it when it hits streaming.
The internet is overreacting to this movie.
How could they make Jumbo a bad guy?
I'm saying it's overreacting. I'm not saying it's wrong. Okay. They did change a lot of this movie. It is not nearly as bad as most of the people on the internet are saying. But with that being said, yes, they did screw up Jumbo. They did screw up by not having Gantu. And them not being able to find a way to put Gantu in there shows how basically crappy the director is.
Something I'm curious about is, could it have not been Lilo and Stitch? Like
if you renamed it? Not really, no.
Okay.
There were too many.
So the name still fits.
There were too many one-to-one recreations, one-to-one scenes recreated in this movie for it to not be able to be called anything else. You know what I mean? There's like the one-to-one scene of when Nani comes home and she's locked out of the house. Like that was basically shot for shot almost, except this time instead of Cobra Bubbles, it was, I can't even remember the social worker's name. But the new social worker is played by the original voice of Nani, Tia Carrera. And yeah, that was nice, a nice little callback. Nani's boss was played by the original David, so that was pretty cool. A lot of what they changed made no sense because they recreated certain scenes for like basically 1-to-1, right? A lot of people are dogging on how they basically made Ohana mean nothing. That one right there is not true because of how they portrayed the next door neighbor, who happened to be David's grandmother. She knew Lilo and Nani's parents from when they were kids. They explained this throughout the movie. So she was basically like their aunt, their family friend kind of thing, right? And Ohana didn't just mean like the blood relation family. It meant like the family that you built.
Okay.
And the way that they the way that they used it, the way that they talked about it throughout the movie, that was okay, because they didn't just throw it out. Nani being a young, basically new mother kind of thing. Yeah, it was in today's society. It sucks. You know what I mean? They did update that a little bit, but them saying how they just kind of threw it out, they didn't. They tweaked it, and a lot of people aren't liking the tweak. I'm iffy on the tweak, but I can see in terms of this movie how it made sense. You know what I mean? Because yes, at the end, she technically does give up Lilo, but not to strangers, to somebody that she considers family, that Lilo considers family.
I still just see a lot of the videos that I've seen. Sure, there were some of those that like are just, you can tell like, okay, you're just screaming to scream, but a lot of them have been from people like that live on Hawaii and that have done the foster stuff that still say like, we get it, you gave her to someone that you know, but it still does it. Yeah. There's still times where it doesn't work out that good. And then I get it. I heard she has the portal gun, but still, you could stay here and use the portal gun to go there. And then there's the classic: you're going for marine biology.
Yeah.
You're leaving Hawaii, that has probably one of, if not the greatest university to go to that. And since you're a native, you already get free tuition. You already get a full ride. Yeah. So, like, I'll still watch it, but
honestly,
I know that, and I know it's kind of bad to be doing this, but I just know how much I loved Lilo and Stitch, especially the TV show. I know if I went to go see it in theaters, I have a better chance of just my nostalgia-ness being all like, you paid money to see this, and I don't want to do that to the movie, so I will wait for it to hit streaming so that I can, I'll watch it there. So
honestly, I gave it a 6 out of 10. I'm not mad that I saw it. I had gift cards, so I didn't say I spent money to see this kind of thing, but like if I had probably paid money to see it, I probably would have given it a 5. But honestly, it's a 6 out of 10. I mean, it's not the greatest adaptation. To me, the best live action adaptation is Beauty and the Beast. To me, I know a lot of people don't like it, but to me, that was the best one. Okay, you had Josh Gad, Luke Evans, and Hermione in there. Okay, Emma
Watson.
I was about to say Emma Roberts. It's like, no, I just watched her in a different movie. But yes, and then at the end, you got the whole implication of Belle wanted the whole beast thing. That was weird. I was like, nope. But anyway, so yeah, I gave the new Lilo and Stitch movie a 6 out of 10. They changed too much of the stuff to make it they didn't get the nostalgia-ness. You know what I mean? And for a movie like that, you kind of have to have it. Like all the live action ones have to have it, especially if it's from the same company. And they changed too much while not changing enough. Like, if you have these 1-to-1 scenes ripped straight from it, why not keep the movie the way it was? You know what I mean? If you're not going to change this, why are you going to change this? So yeah, I like I said, 6 out of 10. I'm not mad that I saw it, but yeah, matinee or wait till streaming. But yeah, that about does it for our nerd talk today. Give us a like, follow, share with friends if you like the Rancy's Raving 2 Madmen, and we will see you guys next time. Later.
Bye.